So when we recorded the Kingdom in February 2024, I wanted you to sing in it, but you weren't around. But you were able to come on the final day when we recorded the prelude, which is like the overture, and the famous aria, "The Sun Goeth Down," with the wonderful Francesca Chiegina. Now, I sort of was really inspired by Elgar's own recording, because this is the only bit of the Kingdom that he actually recorded. And I just want to play you a little bit of it, just to sort of see what it's like. It's all very scratchy, but my goodness me, it's, well, I'll tell you a bit more about it. So essentially what we've got here is something which sounds like a Korngold film score. In fact, strangely enough, I used the word swashbuckling, and then I read a book by Nigel Simeone on Adrian Boult and Edward Elgar, and he used exactly the same word, swashbuckling.
It is swashbuckling, isn't it? And I remember when I heard this for the first time, when you'd recommended that I listen to it, and just the prelude itself, it reminded me of like a musical theatre overture, like an entr'acte or something. And I suppose it kind of makes sense, seeing as the Kingdom is part 2 of the Apostles, and the things that you hear, the very first things that you hear in this are themes from the Apostles. It's like a sort of recap, or a kind of, look, here we are back in the thick of the action. But then he does go on to introduce all his new leitmotifs and stuff, doesn't he?
But no, that's a really interesting point you made, because I've always thought of the opening of the Kingdom as like the beginning of the second act.
Yeah. Or it's like previously on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So I'll play you a little bit of my recording. It's not exactly the same. I wasn't trying to mimic it, but I was inspired by it.
And who's playing this?
This is the wonderful London Mozart Players, and it was in Alexandra Palace Theatre.
Roll.
So what was wonderful about this, Charlie, was that the London Mozart Players hadn't played this piece before. And because we recorded this right at the end of the recording session period, they knew all the tunes because they'd already played them throughout the work. So it was like a kind of coming together of everything. And I must say that it was the Harpage Chorus performance in 2010 which inspired me to want to record it. And I was lucky that that Crouch End Festival Chorus were able to have the resources to make it happen.
Great.